Hey Virgo, it's your girl Javy. High Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising for Libra season 2020. Y'all saw that Lover's card at the bottom of the deck, Mercury, your ruling planet. And Mercury, speaking of Mercury, he is in a Scorpio. And so first thing I wanted to talk about, like, what do you guys secretly, like, low-key research or study or want to get into? Or what are you really curious about that people wouldn't have expected from you? What are you wanting to explore? What... it could be tarot, divination, things of the occult, but like different kinds of sex, different kinds of kink. There's something of the unknown, of the hidden, that's intense, that you guys are curious about. And you need to be open. Don't stifle that curiosity. That is the worst thing that you can do, is stifle your curiosity. Especially while your ruling planet is in Scorpio. You'll just resent yourself for it. And with the sun approaching, there are just things coming to light. Things coming to light about you, things coming to light about your shadow side needing to be communicated. You know, parts of yourself that you feel uncomfortable about, things that you feel uncomfortable asking for help for. You're ready to talk. You will be ready to talk about the more intense things. They're just things go a little deeper. You're okay going, you know, deeper than usual during Libra season. Good. Because there is this sense of like refinement for you guys, and that's what it, you know, tends to come down to. But here it's like a self-refinement, a refinement of the shadow, your connection to the dark, possible dark truths coming out. And also, like, y'all beware of like letting conversations, especially work conversations, turn into like accusatory situations where you're accusing or you feel like you're needing to interrogate. Things can just get like, you guys have, you know, this tendency to perfect things or want things to be a certain way, and it can just get really obsessive. So with your ruling planet in Scorpio. So just be aware of that. Don't beat a dead horse. And now that I've already thoroughly pissed you off, let's get into the cards. Deep breath, please. Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And yeah, it feels like things that you haven't been wanting to talk about, things that are the easiest for you to communicate, coming up. But it's all an effort to mature. First card out being the King of Cups. Emotional maturity is the motivation. Like, you've already got the, you know, business thing down. You've got so many of your external facets of your life are doing all right, but like it's really time in Libra season for you guys to focus on your emotional well-being, your mental health. How are you showing up? Are you being manipulative? Is someone being manipulative with you? Do you have the emotional capacity to identify that and to remove yourself from said situations? But it's time to level up. Really leaning into your creative gifts, leaning into your passion projects. Getting things scheduled and not getting to a point where you're so emotionally reactive. There may be, excuse me, there may be a Pisces or a water sign around that just like you can't get, or someone around like you can't get a rise out of this person. And that may kind of rub you the wrong way or stir curiosity. Or maybe someone of authority. Y'all aren't talking. Okay. Deep breath, please. We're going to have to look into this person, whoever this is, possibly a Pisces. But maybe a boss. Or it could be things with secrets. Four of Swords. Maybe having dreams about this person. But also there's a need to relax, to rest, to meditate, to go inward, to pray, to cultivate a sacred space for yourself, a safe space as well. I feel like some of you are in relationships or marriages or commitments where like you have to do your spiritual practice in the other room, or like you can't say grace with this person, your partner, or they just may be on different, they may be older than you, you just may not, you may feel like there's parts of yourself that you have to hide around certain people. But I feel like the Four of Swords is asking you to go inward, to get quiet, to, you know, to meditate, to access the divine within you so that you're able to really strengthen that side of yourself and get to a point where you don't care. Like, I'm doing this. This is my practice. I don't really care who sees me do what. One of my favorite, I just got this thing, like I talk to God in public, this hat or whatever that just popped up. It's like getting to a point where, and it doesn't even have to necessarily be about your spirituality, or it could be in the realm of creativity. Like some of you are nervous to put your creative projects out there, or to, you know, to market yourself in a certain way. This is interesting. It's very quiet energy. It's like needing to really get quiet, really get still. Six of Cups. Feeling nostalgic. There's definitely a water sign around. Possibly a Scorpio. Pisces, Scorpio showing up. But things of the past, there's this reflective thing that's happening, this intensifying thing that's happening with Mercury, your ruling planet, in Scorpio. It's like taking you back. There are things from the childhood coming up. Things in regards to soulmate connections, past life connections coming up, where you like closing out old contracts, closing out contracts is what I hear with soulmates, with and also some of you may, it's like odd, of course, like you may need a break from the kids. You may need to ask someone, maybe some of you are afraid to ask your partner for more help in regards to family life and showing up, but it's really getting clear that you need a break. You need to go inward so that you can process a lot of what's going on. There's been a lot of pain that you need to get in a place that there's been a lot of pain, and it's like you are needing to transition from that place of waiting in the pain to processing it, compartmentalizing it, refining it, learning the lessons. Things in regards to children. There may be children around you this month. You having the opportunity to interact with children will definitely be healing for you. There may be someone or a new love interest that has kids, and you're like, I need to pray on this. But needing deep reflection on your childhood, on nostalgia. There may be old songs that trigger, memories that come up. Like an inversion. Whenever there's an inversion of something, like mirroring. Some of you may be in relationships where people are really strong mirrors for you, or feeling like twin flame kind of situations, or experiences that you really need to process and recover from. Being and a striving for mental stability. There's a need for mental stability here, for really cultivating healthy alone time and prioritizing your mental health. Because there are cycles from childhood that are coming up that need to be broken, that need to be purged. And those of you some of you may find out that you're pregnant, or find somebody that really, and it doesn't have to be a romantic thing, but you could find someone that feels like, damn, I've met you before. This came out for Leo too. And I feel like there's heartache to recover from. And that's where we're at. It's the full moon. It's time to release. It's really time to address the pain. Stop evading, stop vacillating, stop breaking your own heart. Don't put yourself back in the same situation that you've been. If you are in a situation, or if there are childhood pains coming up, it's really time that I was going to say a therapist, that you seek, professional help in regards to things. Don't let old wounds fester anymore. Because Libra seat, bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups. It's like once you choose to address this pain, and that's coming up for a lot of people. It's like, and it's okay to be vulnerable, to let your guard down. But in order to get this 10 of Cups, you have to withstand the rain to get this rainbow. And it's really important that you understand that what's painful right now is just the cosmos balancing things out. Things, painful, hurtful things coming up so that they can come out, so that they can be healed, so they can be examined. There also come at the end of Libra season, there may be a painful truth that comes out that really provides you power, that puts the ball in your court. And some of you may be getting news in regards to legal things that don't go your way, but keep going, keep fighting. There may be news, there just may be a need for an appeal for some of you, but justice ultimately will be served in the ways that you have been wronged, in the ways that your heart has been broken. You will receive fulfillment. But it's time to uproot the gunk, uprooting the self-doubt, uprooting the childhood cycles and behaviors, the ways that your parents were, the ways that they were to each other, what you saw as a kid. It's time to uproot it. It's not time to evade or not look at it anymore. It's time to get it out, to tend to it, to face it, so that you can see it for what it actually is, which is a tool, a power that you have. You have overcome, you have seen, you are developing, and it's really important that you do some emotional inventory, and you're really looking back into the past and being like, look how far I've come. Look how far I've gotten myself. I have the right to be happy. I have the right to be fulfilled. And there may just be some childish behavior coming up within you, coming up around others that triggers you, that's coming up to be healed, that's coming up to be addressed. But Libra season is the time to address it. And the wrongs get righted. Let's get into it. All right, Virgo, let's get into it. Now, with this King of Cups, I want to go ahead and clarify the King of Cups first. There may be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer around that brings you solace, gives you calming, reassurance. This person is balanced and compassionate, and someone may, give you the opportunity to rest for a while. Also, some of you may be getting put into a leadership role because of how open-minded you are, how balanced you are, how calm under pressure you can be. Some of you may need to be a shoulder to cry on for people this month. But also, ultimately, what this really looks like, Virgo, is like learning profound lessons from old drama. Please clarify the King of Cups. And it's just, Libra season is asking you to be in a more stable place. Because you've been in fight mode. And you're not at war anymore. Really seeing the resources around you. But you need to rest in order to be able to achieve this emotional maturity. It's really important that you are seeing things clearly, that you take the blindfold off. Open your eyes to all the possibilities. You are being considered for a position of power because of your open-mindedness. So don't stifle your open-mindedness. Don't stifle your curiosity either. Some of you may need to be, diplomatic at the beginning of Libra season as well. Please clarify the Four of Swords. What? Because it may feel like some of you may be going backwards as far as love and pain and relationships. You may be just really thinking about the past. Really like talking about past drama again. Like it just being on the forefront of your mind. Please clarify the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is saying go inward in regards to this pain. Pray, write, communicate, write a letter to this person. You don't have to send it. You can burn it if you need to. But also, in order to create mental stability, it's really important that you give yourself sacred space. Okay. You guys may be really struggling to meditate because there's so fucking much. It's like maybe you have, like, you're really struggling to be still, really struggling to, I'm sorry, I pick up all these damn cars, really struggling to focus. Struggling to be still because you know that there's a lot there to work on. Please clarify the Four of Swords. And understand that when you decide to go there, you will be divinely supported. Supported by the divine, but supported by also friends. Maybe supported by children, from the mouths of babes, I hear. So there may be some truth spoken from a child around you, or someone younger, or someone from the past. This Four of Swords does not want to talk. The whole reading has been, like, the cards have been so reticent, but it's just an effort to be really precise, because I think you guys are needing to be really immaculate with your word. Don't just exaggerate or be like flippant about your word. And if you're, it's like, don't burn out. You need to make sure that you take care of yourself so that you don't burn out. And that's what's really, because there are big endings here. There are completions, completion of a project, maybe an upgrade in regards to finances, you doing something that generates more financial independence for yourself. You live in a little bit more lavishly than normal. You traveling. Also, I see some of you working in fields, working in the earth, getting your hands in the dirt, really like maybe even gardening, or some of you are like imagining up a landscape or working up plans for a landscape, working up plans for a garden, working in the greenhouse is something. There's something here with vegetation for sure. There is money. Hell, some of y'all may be trimming weed. They're like that may be a thing, an opportunity that comes up. If that is an opportunity that comes up, any opportunity working outside, being in a garden, being in nature really provides solace, provides independence, gives you good ideas, gives you the opportunity to take stuff like the opportunity and skills and experience to take stuff home with you, to, you know, also maybe update the house for kids. Some of you need to be working with kids. There's doing mental or spiritual work with kids and tending, you know, to their pain, to their fears. Please clarify the Six of Cups. But also there's some kind of, you know, deep connected, intense relationship that is paining you right now, or has pained you a long time ago and you're still, you know, dealing with it. Whoa, Five of Cups. Five of Cups, Page of Swords. This feels intense. There's grief here, loss, remorse. Some of you said things that you wish you hadn't said, did things that you regret. Some of you may have been acting petty, just really petty fights and conversations with someone that feels like a soulmate to you. Also maybe having unpleasant conversations with children, hearing like big truths come from a child. There's a lot of messages here. And it's like, let love cover this grief. Let forgiveness and some of you may get an apology, but also some of you need to give an apology. Some of you have been too harsh. Some of you cut below the belt for someone, and they're still recovering. You're still recovering. Also here, it's like if you're in a recovery mode, if you are in pain, don't be trying to get yourself in a relationship. You need to experience fulfillment within yourself. You need to clarify what this ultimate picture of happiness actually looks like to you before you go jumping into a relationship that you will ultimately regret because of untended to pain. So don't play yourself in that realm. You know who you are. And those of you who are in established relationships, it's really time to address what you need to recover from. If this person speaks to you or manipulates you or speaks to you in a painful way or does painful things and you just tuck your tail or you just don't say anything, no fucking mas. It's time to really get clear and expressive about and make a decision. This is not going to be handled like this anymore. I don't want to communicate like this anymore. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I need you to understand. I need you to be more passionate. I need you to be more receptive. I need you to be more romantic. If you are in a partnered relationship, the only way to get to this ultimate fulfillment is to address all this stuff. Address the issue about kids. Address the issue about how things were when you guys were younger, when it first began. Really having conversations about any possible like suspicions about third party. Like, tell it it's 2020. It's already feeling like the end of the world anyway. You might as well say it, you know? And that's where we're at. You understand, and also needing to communicate, hey, I need a break. I need some time for myself. I need to recharge. Do I even want to clarify this Three of Swords? Because it's going to be different for all of you. Either way, there's a big decision. Okay, please clarify the Three of Swords. One card, please, to clarify the Three of Swords and how Virgo can best support themselves in communicating this pain. Woo! Just let it out, baby. There are definitely issues in regards to kids here. Some of you may have miscarried, or you weren't able to carry a pregnancy to term, and there's still residual pain here. There's pain in regards to childhood, someone with heavy Leo placements possibly, but you can support yourself by being outside, by meditating outside, by praying outside, doing things that cultivate childlike joy and fun for you. Everybody wants to be this freaking kid, you know, to be that happy in the sun. Enjoy fun in the sun while you can before it gets cold, whatever hemisphere of the, you know, you're in. It's really important. Please clarify the Justice card. It's really important that you choose. The sun, that's what I'm saying. Your ruling planet is Mercury. Mercury, it's like what's happening right now. It's like, let's say, this is Mercury in Scorpio. And the sun, the actual sun, is coming up behind it. And Mercury in Scorpio is about to retrograde. So there's this like meeting, this illumination of the pain, illumination of the wounds that's coming up. And a lot of these wounds for you guys are in regards to children, or in regards to ego, in regards to your root chakra, sexual things that have happened, sexual misconducts that's coming out. But in regards to childhood pains, it's stuff that's been going on, cycles that have been going on for a really long time that are coming to light. And it's time to choose to evolve from this, choose to rebalance the scales, choose to restore harmony in your life. Because justice will prevail. There will be opportunities. There will be, there may also be a Libra or a Taurus around that expresses some heartache to you, that they need, you know, maybe someone in your family. I see also someone with blonde hair. It's time to get focused. It's time to work on it. Making decisions about a choice. Some of you could be choosing to move your practice, choosing to move into different fields or industries. But either way, it's about making a choice. You can't just stay stuck in the muck. Speak your piece. Be kind. Be just. Be fair. Be loving and open and receptive. Be transparent. Be bold. But it's time to focus. It's time to focus. Because this is the goal. And that's what's on the table. That's what's up for grabs if you tend to this. Please clarify the Ten of Cups. Well, I'm not... A, Six of Wands, public success, happiness and public success. If you just learn to let it go, to let bygones be bygones, to let the old version of yourself dissipate, because you're amidst a new chapter. It's the end of an era and a new beginning, and you are divinely protected, and you have everything that you need. So it's okay to let the end be the end and to move forward. Because that's what's happening anyways. I love you.